Good morning, folks. How are you getting on now? Today's video is a day in the life, I suppose, of a contractor in November. Well, day in the life of me in November anyways. What will we be getting up to today? Kind of mixture. First of all, I need to just land in the yard here now. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. I need to get organised. I need to put the loader on the 516. I have stuff on the low loader. I need to take off the flail and shears and stuff, because I need to go and pick up a load of stuff up near between Athenry and Crotwell in Galway. Just timbers and kind of, I don't know if there's a bit of shutter in it or not. Don't really do much of that, but I'm kind of doing this as a favour. But anyways, get organised. Hard enough to get motivated on these wet, owl, smathery Monday mornings. As you can see, every place is getting wet again. Also, we need to take the John Deere off the low loader. I'm grand. Ideally, I should have got set up Saturday evening, but I just didn't have the time. Give myself a raincoat. So yeah, we done. Sorry, I know it's going to be a bit wobbly for a second. We put the poll up on YouTube to see what people wanted to see. So, day in the life was the most one people vote for. So that's what we're going for today. And some of these days I don't even start this video now, and I don't even know what I'll be getting up to for the rest of the day. We are doing digger work as well. Down the road it's land work. Now this rain, it shouldn't stop us, but it won't make it any nicer for doing, put it that way. Now, take this mulcher off. Ideally I would have this all done with the digger, but when I dropped the digger off to the last job, I didn't know I was going to do this job, so but that's it. I'm gonna let the air build up here in this, because it won't move otherwise. There's a bit of an air leak somewhere there on them fittings or something. Don't even mind our bonus left up for a couple of days. There's drains there. So yeah, look, I'm going to get motivated and figure out how I'll take off these. I have the forklift there. I should be able to sweep them off the forklift and sling maybe. But anyways, yeah, we'll let this build up with air here, pull out and get sorted. Now we are getting organised here. A few bits done. Took the low loader off to go the mulcher and all that crack off it, so just putting the loader on this lady now. Pretty wide bonnet on this tractor for going into loader. Now it's a good guide, but you want to be on the ball, because you do not want to be buying a bonnet for this. When I'm putting on the loader, when I'm taking off the loader, I drop the suspension. See here, I press this, you can see it dropping down there. It just stops. You well off, turn off the suspension, just stops moving around and you're not knowing what it's going to do. So I'll jump out here and stick on this block. Right, so that multi-dock, as you call it, whatever you call it, is on. That's your pipes just connecting up from the loader to the tractor. You hit this here, then it transfers your spool valve, this joystick, over onto the loader. Hit that. And tip back your loader. Drive in a bit. Tip back your loader some more. Then once you're down on the two top hooks, pull back and you see the handle locking in there. lift her up fairly well. Handle this side is a bit sticky going in. Just needs a tuck forward. Put up your stand. That's locked in. Go around the other side. Do the same. Done. Loader on. Simple as that. I think I've had a video of taking the loader off before. I have, yeah. Take no notice of the extremely dirty slurry tanker that at this stage should be washed and in the shed, but that job has been severely neglected this year. So anyways, I've been bucket on. I want to get rid of the bucket. Just click here, unlock. That unlocks your hydraulic quickage. Now if you can see out the front there, the bucket, the two silver arrows, you see them moving in there. Turn her down, tip her out, back out, and away she goes. Load her on, bucket off. Now we are all geared up here, ready to head for Crowell direction. I must actually put in the air code now and find out exactly where I'm going, but ready to go. Absolute miserable Monday morning, but anyways, you'll have that. Yeah, so hold on, let me put on the back wiper. Have the bail wedge on the back there, as you can probably see, and everything cleaned off, loader stripped off, couple of straps thrown in. So yeah, good to go. Whatever length it'll take me to get up here, I don't know. I have my nice mount for the GoPro left in the digger that I use for the tractor as well, but so I won't really be able to set the GoPro up anywhere, but it's not going to be anything exciting. Anyways, this part of the day. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to mosey on here and we'll see how we go. Catch up to you in a bit. Now folks, we are just at job number 1 today. Said I'd show you a quick snippet. Load on. Fairly decent load of shuttering gear. After going out over this tight little bridge with a sharp corner both sides, but we're out anyways. Ready for road, all tied down. Just had to get out and check my straps before I went much further. Plenty of straps anyways, the secret for this game. Yeah, that's it. I didn't film loading it because I had no mount for the camera and I was just concentrating on it. There's another lad with me loading it, so I'm going to pull these straps and catch up to you in a bit. Now we are just back in the yard. I left the low loader in that fella's yard. He's going to unload the pans in his own time. He's a big forklift there for doing it, so a lot handier than me having to do it, so I didn't argue with him. So back in the yard, I'll back this in the shed and I've figured out what I'm going to do next. Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a cup of tea next, but I not sure. Fella was on to me about moving a few bales for him, so I'm going to see all of the loader on and all that, and it's a job that can be done today. I might do that. If not that job, I possibly will take the starter and the alternator out of the 820 over there. I'm not sure if I've mentioned in a video already, but starter is getting slow on it. It's warning me with about 6 months, but it's getting worse. So I want to do that, and I want to do the alternator because it's it's just not charging 100%. Sometimes you have to give it a rev when you start it. So either or, we'll be drawing bales or taking the starter out the vent. Have a cup of tea and we'll make a decision. Right, so this evening's job is going to take the starter out of this 20, maybe the alternator as well, get the starter out anyways, and see how we get on if she starts, because I want to bring it into the workshop and make it easier. She's away. Yeah, so we'll get this taken out this evening anyways. That's all I'll get done, because it'll be after 6 o'clock by the time I have it out, so I won't be able to get it brought down to the fella that's going to fix the starter and alternator. I'm not going to do the bales because it's a bit wet and a bit mucky. I'll only be making muck and there's no big panic with it, so that could be tomorrow's job or the next day. So yeah, it really is winter now anyways. We were getting away great there the last month or that with the weather, but we're paying for it now and probably will be for the next while. So we'll get her in here in the workshop, slightly better place for the job, beside the tools and all that. Keep it over to one side, so I will be able to work away in the rest of the shed, because like that, when you go taking apart something, you might be a few days waiting for it. So yeah, I'll get organised here. I'll show you where the starter is in this. I'm missing one of my high bay lights in the shed and it barely makes a difference for the lighting. Got strap on there because the bonnet lock needs a bit of attention as well. And this bonnet is springing open now and again. So yeah, starter, can you see? Not really. Starter's down in there, so I'm going to take off a cover or two here and see how, I'm not going to say how easy it is to get at, because I know for a fact it's not going to be, but I'll pull off cover or two. I also want to disconnect the battery, which is in there. Do it an old wash in there too, getting a bit hairy looking. Yeah, so get me tools and that pulled over and make starting this job. Hopefully it's fairly straightforward, because I don't plan to spend a lot of time at it this evening, but we'll see how we go. Should be set up in a fairly nice spot there. You'll be able to see a bit. Got my light on here as well, so that'll improve the job. But yeah, today is first video of day in the life. So from now on, for the next 12 months, the plan is to have a video, do one day every month, day in the life. Today is my first day doing it. It didn't go into huge detail or anything, and I think as the videos go forward I'll get more used to it and start with getting up, getting going and all that crack, and might make the videos a bit more interesting as well. But if I kind of do one every month, I was thinking that it'll cover a lot of what I'm at, you know, the different seasons and all that, different jobs. The next couple of months there'll be, today, like I'm digging this weather. Today is really too wet to go digging, so doing that job, moving that shutter and gear, suited for today. I'm always at something different nearly, as you're probably beginning to see now at this stage. So yeah, that's the plan. So we'll look in here. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Couple of awkward nuts and bolts in there, but nothing that'll fail us. Someone put it in there. Whether has started been done this already, highly doubtful. I have it since 8,500 hours. It's 11,200 hours I think on it now. Doubt start would have been done before 8,000 hours. Great, solid, dry engine in this tractor. I'll just show you around here. This is a Dietz engine, 6.3 litre, something like that. 6 point something anyways. Never done a seal or gasket or nothing, and she is dry as a cork. I've done a few bits before, done the fan and all, and the low pressure fuel pump, but dry as a cork. And the tractor's the same way underneath as well. It's just a good old honest yoke. Anyways, we'll try get a few of these off here on a marker wire to make sure I put them back on right, and we'll see how we're looking then. So we're getting there. I'm on I got the 2 wires off, fairly straightforward. All it was is your main power coming from the battery or whatever, and the little trigger wire coming from the ignition. Fairly straightforward. Bolts, a bit awkward, you can't really see them, but I'm on my 3rd one. I hope there isn't a 4th one, because God knows where it is. Highly unlikely there is. Usually starter 3 bolts is kind of your standard. I actually see it wobbling a bit there now, so that's a good sign that there is no more left. Few extensions on here, and a knuckle joint as well, because I cannot get the ratchet straight into it. One tool I must invest in is a little Milwaukee ratchet, because handy for jobs like this. The lad that reconditions these does all the starters and that for me, he said there's no point ordering parts up yet. He said he might have them. It says the Bosch alternator or starter, or else some other brand, I don't know. Priced a new one off Fint, it was about $380 plus the VAT. Expensive for a starter, but not crazy either. Alternator was, I got a price now as well. Was it over €1,000? Maybe 1,200 or something. So that's pretty expensive. So just get them reconditioned. The important thing is to use genuine parts when you're rebuilding them. It should be fine. So hopefully we'll be able to recondition them, that they're not too far gone. I'm going to stay winding away because I thought that was out in a second there, and we'll catch up to you then. Now I think we're there. I have to say that top tool set I have there is a gift. Well, any tool chest that you can wheel around, which is a super job for this kind of practice. You have everything you want beside you. Bolt didn't come with me. That joint there, can you see it? Great job. Whatever, so you can see the degrees you get on it yourself. 60 or 70 degrees, and you can get great power on it too. They come in impact on that as well, or the impact gun. They get you out of a tricky spot like this. I'll show you where, so you can just start. Come out, see, we'll squeeze out here. Don't want to go open any of that. So is that a coolant pipe or an coolant or an oil pipe that's going into the block of the engine? Possibly an oil pipe. So we'll see, will this come out here to us? So the light here, you might see it a bit better. There you have it. Starter out of the 820. It'll take me 10, 12 minutes, 15 maybe. Great, because sometimes you go at these jobs, like opening the starter off is easy. You could have pipes in your way, you could have brackets to open out of the way. Don't mind taking off a bracket or two, but if you have to go opening coolant pipe or oil pipe, it just gets messy. So there she is. What make is it? Can I see it on it? It is a Mahle, M-A-H-L-E. That's the brand. I think I've seen that name on things before, but that's what it is anyways. Handy enough. Now, alternator time. Unsure if I was going to get it out this evening or not, depending on how long the starter took, but starter didn't take too long. Anyways, you're not going to see me doing this, but I'll just show you before I do it. There is a spring-loaded tension on the fan belt of this, and there's a notch cut out in it where 1/2 inch ratchet or extension will fit in it. Put it in there like so, and I turn the ratchet down, and that lets the tension off the fan belt. But I'm going to be blocking this whole area here, so you won't be able to see what I'm doing, and I need my 2 hands. But I just said I'll explain that, and you'll see then what I mean when I have the tensioner down. And we'll go to the far side then and whip off the alternator. Okay, so you might be able to see a bit better what I'm at here. I use the T-bar, use the extension and the T-bar piece. You know, you get in a common set of sockets because the ratchet just wasn't long enough and it was a bit awkward. Put the 2 extensions together, pull it back because there is fair tension on that. And trick a fella told me before, get a cable tie and cable tie it back. So the pressure's on the tensioner there now. Pressure's pulled back into the tensioner, so the pressure is off the fan belt. Tension is off the fan belt. So ideally now, I might be able to get this apart on camera. I should be able to just pop the fan belt off. You don't want to get your fingers in behind it now either, because it is just for fear that it'd slip over there, but shouldn't. Why won't you just pop off? Well, it's off there pretty much. A couple of coolant pipes there, kind of not letting it pop off fully, but it's off the alternator. See there. Alternator now should disconnect the wires. Don't need to mark them, or they're just fairly obvious. I've had this alternator out before. I put a regulator in it, but it you have to give it a bit of a rev. I think I mentioned before in the video. Start the tractor, it's not charging. Rev it up to 1500 revs. The regulator clicks in and it's charging then for the day. It's like that with about 2 years. I did weld something on the baler before, which I know is a no-no. When it's connected to the tractor, you should disconnect the battery of the tractor before you weld. Whether or not that had anything to do with it, I don't know. I don't think so, to be honest. But yeah, anyways, it needs to come out now and drop the two of them down together. So we'll whip that out and then we'll be done for the day. And there we have it. Hopefully you got a good old view there on the time lapse. Anyways, alternator out. And starter out. They're not awkward, to be fair, to do or to take out. What make alternator is it? Just says Dietz. More than likely a Lucas or a Bosch. Dietz have their own name on that just to make it as expensive as possible when you go buying one. But you buy the exact alternator with just Bosch or Lucas. I wouldn't put in a cheaper one, not a Notion, in the likes of a Fendt where there's big demand of electrics and could be temperamental if it overcharged or something. You could fry ECUs and all that sort of thing. So if I had to, I'd buy a brand new one. If I had to, I'd go to the dealer, but I'm sure they can be bought new, just not with the Dietz or Fendt badge on them, name on them, like it's Bosch or Lucas, as I said. So that's it anyways. Any tips or tricks for me for taking them in or out? But I think I kind of have it. The alternator, the one for the tensioner for the alternator is the best one, because if you didn't know about it, the first time I went at that now was a good bit of figuring out in that, and probably did make a phone call to one or two lads to see what was the trick for to let back the tensioner. But anyways, that's it for today's video. I might get them in a clip in a video again going in, but they won't be on this one. So that's a day in my life in November. Wet, miserable, rainy day, as I've said about 5 times the video. And so, as I said, this will be a monthly thing now, day in the life. Any additions or anything you wanted me to include, don't be afraid to stick it in the comments or whatever. But anyways, that concludes this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.